Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is the 3-month review of the car. I've now had it 3 months. I put a number of kilometers on it. We'll talk about that on the inside. It is freezing out. It is lightly snowing, and I would really like to get in the car. So as you can tell, stereotypical Canadian awesomeness. It is covered in a whole lot of salt and brake dust. Car's not going to get cleaned quite as much as I would hope. Stickers are doing good from Vinyl Sickness. Super pleased with those. But I did have the stone chips here on the back corner, and I have gotten those fixed. So there's that side. Here's the other. And then when I've been opening and closing the trunk, what I've been doing is I've been trying to pull it out a little bit. So I just usually grab it underneath and I pull it out. And then I pull it kind of down and kind of give it a bit of a slam. And I have had absolutely no issues, but I'm watching it like a hawk. It should be better. The other thing, I had a paint blem here. It's going to be kind of hard, if not impossible, to show you guys. But the paint work on this corner here, it was wet sanded. So they took, and it was about right here, about the size of my thumbnail, which I chewed off. Don't tell anybody. But it is gone. The paintwork here looks excellent, but I may or may not have to get the whole car wet sanded now. We will see. So for the sake of filming in 4K, let's fire this up, and then I really want to get inside. Let's get right into it, because I don't know how long this is going to take, and the 4K I'm filming in fills up the card pretty freaking quick. I don't know how it's going to turn out yet. I'm still playing with the camera, but so far so good. So the car, what got fixed and what broke. So let's start with what broke. Let's start with the bad news so I can build you back up with the good news. So in the month since I made my 2-month review, I have put, let me get the official number, 6,032 kilometers. That's about 3,600 miles on the car at this point. So I've added probably 800 miles, give or take, in a month. I don't drive that much, and even that for me is quite high. But absolutely nothing is broken. The speaker's still blown. I still got the scratch on here on the top of the shifter knob here from when I picked the car up. The dealership does have this in, but I got to get it. That's been on my to-do list now for a while, but you know, I've been busy. So what else? Speaker's still blown. The paint on the right hip got fixed, of course. I showed you that in the beginning, as well as the paint chips. I got the trunk aligned. It's been a few little things like that, but aside from that, the car's been doing great. The fuel economy's been pretty good. I've been trying to lay off the throttle a little bit. I guess as of 3 months now, I have had this new camera for about a day, so the quality of the video should be improving. The quality of the audio should be improving. If nothing else, just how I'm doing it now should be better than what I was doing before. And I am going to do some research into some mics, some external mics. I don't know if I'm going to go with the clip-on one or the boom mic, but it's all it's a work in progress. The big thing was getting the camera, and now I'm playing with new resolutions, and I've noticed different things that the new one picks up that the old one did not. So as of right now, the weather has been well above seasonal average. We're still in plus temperatures. It's 6 degrees Celsius out right now, which is like 40. It is lightly snowing, and I'm still kind of tampering with the tires and seeing what I'm going to do. I'm not exactly sure yet. more than anything, I've just been keeping an eye on all of the little things that a number of people have asked me questions about, or I have been just observing over time. Like, apparently up here with a latch to flip the seat forward, apparently the material separates away. Haven't noticed that. The groan in the back, I think it's actually gotten a lot better since the weather's dropped, which tells me it might be a viscosity problem in the oil. It might not be what the car needs when it's warm out. I'm not too sure, but I'll keep an eye on that. I still haven't done my first oil change. I've been toying with it. I thought about getting it done right away at the 1,000 kilometers or whatever, but I did not because the oil life was still really good. But from what I understand, it is getting down now. Let me scroll through a few of these pages. I'm at 50% and I've put, 6,000 kilometers on it. So I don't anticipate I'm going to be getting oil changes all that often. I must say this car, as the winter has kicked in, has been unbelievable. I cannot believe how many lateral G's I can still pull in the corners. It's been quite shocking. I figured the tires were just hardened up like hockey pucks and it would be sliding out all the time, but it isn't at all. Oh, there's some kids checking out the car. Growly. So much fun. This car has just been such a treat to own. But lately the focus hasn't been on the car, it's been on getting the channel going and my arthritis stuff. I mean, whatever. That's all a part of it. I mean, it's been nice to be able to walk with somewhat ease lately and actually go grocery shopping and do little things without just wanting to curl up in a little ball and die underneath a roll of toilet paper. I mean, that's always a good thing. So, I don't know, the winter tire thing, there's some dude literally walking around playing guitar. I've never seen that in town, so that is a first. I'm a little bit torn because we don't usually get crazy winters. We don't usually, we don't usually get anything like that. The roads are usually heavily salted, heavily plowed, heavily cleared. I don't live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. We'll see. I just can't believe how well they do in the current climate conditions. And I was in a pickup truck and I couldn't almost accelerate out of anything because it was raining out without spinning the back tires. Two-wheel drive in the back with a locking differential, and it was just all-season tires, Michelin, or no, has Goodyear Wranglers, I think, or something, I don't know. But it just was awful. And then I got back in my car. It was colder after I drove it because this was on a warmer day. Back in this car, it's colder out, all this stuff going on, and this car was just unbelievable. And I don't know. It's shocking. I think the weight distribution has a lot to it. I think the throttle mapping has a lot to do with it. There's that beautiful little dead spot in the pedal, the first inch or so. It allows you to drive like a sane human being, which is very important. It's very important that you can get around town without having to, I guess, fight with the car the whole time. And then I've been trying to, because this car is really easy to drive fast. It doesn't feel fast, it handles like you wouldn't believe, but to drive it slow, to just accelerate out, even if nobody's around, at a normal pace in a normal car to get better fuel economy, it's just been killing me. It is so difficult to tell myself and remind myself that it's okay to just drive like a sane human being. This car just brings out the worst driver in me in all the right ways. I don't know, just one of those things. So, I've been very pleased. I'm anxious to get the speaker replaced, and I can probably do it any day now. I gotta drop the car back off again at the dealership. And that's just killing me all the time. Take it down for 3 days, and I'm driving a rental, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. The last rental had blood on the steering wheel. It had friggin' cigarette smoke coming out of the friggin' HVAC system, like unbelievable. It was almost hard to breathe in there, and I'd get headaches after about 10 minutes. It was 0 degrees out. I've got the friggin' windows open, and it was a never-ending nightmare on how displeased I was with the experience. And to think I'm just going to go through this a few more times, it's painful. But they did have a Cadillac CT5 there, which is their new SRX, the revamped and all that. It looked pretty good. I mean, if I was to go back through the rental again, I would probably pick that up. If I got the option, of course. Because the SRX was awful. It was horrible on gas. I didn't like driving it at all. Whereas this car here is just so good. As everybody that's commented and watched the videos has mentioned, like, they're just absolutely unbelievable. So, I don't know. I'm just keeping an eye on everything. I've got to come up with a method for washing it in the winter time here, because usually I wash my cars in the fall and then they go all winter. Well, I'm not going all winter with this car. It's going to get a little bit better care than I usually give to my cars during the winter process. But that also depends on the winter. I'm pretty excited to see what this thing looks like buried in snow. All you see is the headlights sticking out, and then, you know, do the remote start and do all that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you're stopping by for the first time, please subscribe. There's a lot more videos to come, and obviously everything is always a work in progress. This YouTube thing is it's been a heck of a learning curve for me, and I haven't quite dialed in on the content and just kind of my rhythm. I've noticed the YouTubers all seem to have their kind of niche, I guess, and their style, and I haven't quite figured out what mine is yet, or what is going to do the best, I guess, from point to point. So until next time, everybody take care and have a good day.